I was in this neighborhood and all the streets were named after Lord of the Rings things. So there was like a Rivendell Drive and like Gondor Road and whatever. It's probably like 7:30. I'm across the street and he walks out. He's like, "Hey, you, get over. Was that you that knocked on my door?" And I'm like, yep. So I segue over, "Bro, you just woke up my baby." And he's yoked out of his mind. Comes to the door shirtless, like looking like this huge Marine, dude. Comes up, gets right up in my grill, just going nuts on me. I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, my bad. Like, I didn't know she was sleeping." Turn around, I went and sat down on the curb and started crying. That was a rough day. Probably 2 weeks into my Cincinnati summer, which ended up being my best summer ever up until that point. And I actually ended up loving Cincinnati. But that was one of those moments where the job kind of kicks you in the hiney. And I remember I called my wife and I was like, "Today just sucks to be a door-to-door salesperson." But next day I got a reset and sold 9. Came back from it, but it was rough.